24 years old. I'm from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, and I'm currently a master's graduate student at the Jewish Theological Seminary in New York. And it was a really amazing experience. I lived in Geffen. It was very fun.
My name is Mark Blank. I go by Ma'ol in Israel. It completely changed my life. That guy, junior in high school, I needed to explore Israel. Don't know why. I had this inner desire to come and just immerse myself in Israel, and TRY was the perfect thing for that.
I'm Wachtel, and I was on TRY 2006. I'm from California. Before going on TRY, my family was pretty secular, and I really, TRY was my first experience of really experiencing Jewish day-to-day life. And it's definitely one of the reasons that I'm now studying to be a Jewish educator.
My name is Gabby Steele. I was born in England and I moved to Brooklyn as 14 years old and decided midway through high school that I wanted to come to Israel for a semester. Found TRY through Google and decided I was going to go ahead with it. And I had no idea that it was impact not only those 4 months, which to this day I can say were the best 4 months of my life, and the rest of my life, my relationship with Israel, my relationship with the 75 other people that I met on the program that I'm still so closely in touch with. It affected my decision for university. It affects my decisions, mostly my relationship with Israel, but also my relationship with Judaism and relating with other people, independence, living alone.
My name is Miriam Smerling. I went on TRY in 2009. I felt like it affected me every day of my life since I left. It affected my life through the friendships I've made, through all of the experiences, all the Tiolim that we did. Just ICC in general gave me such a great wealth of knowledge that actually affected my career choice. Now I'm going to Middle Eastern Studies, and I definitely wouldn't have picked that if
My name is Gabby Wachs. I'm an alum from TRY 2007, and I currently I'm a junior in college in the double degree program with Barnard College and Jewish Theological Seminary. And I'm currently in Israel studying for a semester at Haifa University doing their Peace and Conflict Studies program. TRY was the most important thing I did ever, I think. When I found TRY, it was like the best of everything because not only was it a semester in Israel, it was also with my best friends in the world from camp, and it was also in a religious setting, and the alternative program was like a secular setting, and it was a conservative Jewish program, and that was an amazing opportunity, I think. To this day, I think I have a broader understanding of the history of Israel and the history of the Jewish people than most Jews anywhere, and I think providing high school students with that background is invaluable. TRY provided me with the foundation to be able to really engage with everything going on in Israel from an informed point of view.
I had no problem going back to high school, which I did. I went back to graduate, and I still had schooling left when I went back, and I had no problem integrating back in, and I felt that the work I did here really prepared me adequately for when I was going to go back. I went to McGill University in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And McGill's a very international school, and they really love it when people travel and when they go outside of their comfort zones and when they've had life experience. And if you come on TRY, you get life experience. You learn to be independent, you learn to take care of yourself, you learn to live with others before you go to school. Because it's one thing if you live together at camp, but it's not academic, there's no pressure. When you're living with a roommate in an academic setting, it's very different. So it's really excellent preparation for college life. I really believe that my experience on TRY also was something that my university was interested in and that they took into account when they were accepting me. The TRY narrative was really very sophisticated for a high school program in that they really dug into issues that most programs don't dig into. They don't take you to the places that are common, touristy sites. They really take you to places that they want you to kind of have that one-on-one experience with Israel and with your history as a people. So I would say for me it's definitely had a lifelong effect because it was that program that provided such a sophisticated look. And I think first of all it's excellent preparation to go to college. I think it gives you that sense of self that you maybe didn't know you had, and you're like, no, I will be okay and I can take care of myself and I can go to another country and really feel comfortable and at home.
It's just a fantastic program that shows you every aspect of Israeli society. Around the time that TRY began, I was a very, very competitive swimmer, and I was one of the top guys on my team. So I weighed the options, and since I was a junior, there was still going to be my senior year to swim. And priorities overtook, and in the end, I made the right decision and came on time to TRY. And I have never regretted that for a second. With my friends, they were all completely jealous because they were still in the States, you know, going to school, just the same old thing for their spring semester junior year. And I was exploring Israel. I learned a lot about Judaism in regard to my identity. I'm very proud of being Jewish, and it means a lot to me, whether it's in a religious aspect or a cultural aspect. It's part of who I am.
Well, I think before going on TRY, I didn't know that I was mature enough or able to go that far away, because being from California, Brandeis is really far. But after being on TRY, I was like, this is not that far, this is really close. So it definitely impacted my decision that way, and I was definitely looking for a college campus that had a strong Jewish presence. It was really my first experience of Jewish education. I went to Hebrew school, but I didn't really learn anything in Hebrew school. I walked into the guidance counselor's office at my school, and I was like, look, I want to go on this program. And she looked at me and she's like, is that something you can do over the summer? And I was like, no, it's not a summer program. I want to go next semester. And she's like, I need to talk to your parents. And she wouldn't even talk to me about it. So I had to convince my parents and then convince them to go and convince my school to let me come. They're really glad that I came. They're really happy with the experience that I had, and I definitely went home more mature, and I inspired them to come to Israel. And going on TRY was my first, the first time that I was really learning Hebrew, and I was really learning about Israel. It just made me want to keep learning and learn more, and now I want to be an educator because of that. High school kids should go on TRY because it's an amazing experience to really grow up and mature and learn to live by yourself and really just become an adult that can live a Jewish life, and you really learn that you can pray 3 times a day, and you can keep kosher, and you can do all these things that you maybe didn't know you could do before, and you're in an environment where it's very supportive.
Definitely the best and most influential and inspirational 4 months. The teachers, the lessons. I think it's rare that you're in a place where, whatever group you're put in with whichever teacher you get, it's the best. I chose to come because I was in public school. I was in a very diverse Brooklyn high school. It was a good school, but it was nothing like being in Jewish day school, and being in Jewish day school is nothing like living here. Yet one-on-one, teachers are there to help you. They understand what you're doing. They know your schedule. So if you don't have time for homework, they know that, as opposed to, I know that in public high school in New York City, no one cares that way. I had really great grades when I was here, and it wasn't given necessarily easily, but I was interested in what I was learning. It's presented in a really interesting way. ICC core courses especially, you can't replicate anywhere else. No Jewish day school in the States, in England where I grew up, comes close. Lived alone already. I felt way more mature going into college. I never went to summer camp, but this is twice that. I mean, it's 4 months. It's living in a different country by yourself. Definitely a big learning experience. The thing that I miss is living on the chavah with my friends, I think.
All of the trips that we did really, really affected how we learned, because we weren't just learning from a book, we were actually seeing the places, and I'd go past the place and I'll be like, oh, I was here on TRY, I remember. It did kind of prepare me more for growing up and being in a college environment, student environment. It's a really incredible experience to go abroad during high school. I think high school, everyone's just doing the same things all the time, all the same activities. You know, it wasn't just a trip, like, oh, I went on vacation. I was living here. I really got to know what Israel was. When everyone else is saying, oh, I was in these clubs and I did this leadership position, and then I said, I went to Israel for 4 months, and no one can top that. So.
But what's also great about TRY is that I was introduced to different modes of Judaism, I think, through TRY, all of which are totally colorful and valid and wonderful, and that allows me now to really appreciate different kinds of Jewish observance. I heard about TRY from counselors at Ramah in the Poconos. I knew I wanted to go the second I heard about a semester in Israel with my best friends. That sounds like the best thing ever. I was so happy that of my own initiative I wanted to go to Israel and take all my friends with me. And to this day, some of my best friends remain my friends from TRY, and even people that I haven't seen for years I've run into them recently either in Israel or on college campuses, and there's like an instant love and affection for one another. Talk about ICC, like that was my favorite class I think I've ever taken ever. So it was so engaging, it was so interesting, I loved the material like that. I really felt like I hadn't missed anything at high school, and that not only had I not missed anything, I'd gained so much by being here. It was a total positive experience. Being around such special peers in high school helped me develop as a person much faster than maybe some of my peers had. And when I got to college, ultimately I had a better sense of who I was because I'd already been on my own, and not only had I been on my own, I'd been on my own with amazing, amazing peers and role models. I had the most fun. I made friends that are really going to last my lifetime and who really get my neshama. I think that's really special. So at the age of 16, what else can you ask for?